All right, there you go.
Good morning, Mr. Stewart.
Good morning. How are you, sir?
I'm
Your
doing
Honor.
well. Thank you. All right. Let me go ahead and call the case. Court calls number 2600-000460, State of Texas versus Jeffrey Stewart. Mr. Stewart, please raise your right hand. Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
Okay, you can put your hand down. You are Jeffrey Stewart?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Mr. Stewart. We are here on what's called the arraignment docket or initial appearance docket. Some things I need to let you know. These are Class C misdemeanors with fines that normally do not exceed $500. You have the right to have a jury determine your guilt or innocence. You can waive your right to a trial by jury, and you can have a trial before the court, which would be me. You have the right to have an attorney represent you. One, if you can't afford one, one will not be appointed to you because there is no chance of jail time in these cases. But an attorney can help you understand the law, can help you understand procedure, and can help you make decisions regarding your case. If you choose to go forward without a lawyer, I have no choice but to hold you to the same standard as if you were an attorney. You also have the Fifth Amendment right to remain silent. You do not have to testify in your case against yourself. It's the state's burden to prove their case against you beyond a reasonable doubt. As you sit there today, you are innocent until proven guilty. Some other things I need to let you know. If you are not a United States citizen, a plea of guilty or no contest could affect your status in the United States. If you find yourself in this situation, I strongly suggest you consult an attorney. Uh, there are consequences beyond this courtroom on certain charges. For instance, if you are cited for not having valid insurance, not only could you be subject to fines and costs from this court, but you could also be subject to surcharges from the state of Texas. If you have a question whether your particular charge has consequences beyond this courtroom, I strongly suggest you talk to a lawyer. Finally, if I order a fine and court costs and you are unable to meet that financial obligation, there are alternative means to payment. There is a form that you can request from the clerks. You fill it out. We will then have a hearing, and if I find that you qualify, we can do a number of things from placing you on community service in lieu of fine and cost to having an extended payment plan or having you do a combination of those things. The point being, just because someone can't pay doesn't mean that we can't do something to have you in compliance. All right,
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Stewart, that being said, you are being charged with a violation, a code enforcement violation, where you are accused of violating Section 3 of the building regulations, uh, in particular 3.03 regarding substandard buildings. It says to wit, the notice to vacate, repair, or demolish substandard structure. Are you aware of this charge
Yes, yes, Your Honor.
and you understand it?
Yes, Your Honor.
As to the charge violating Section 3 of the building regulations uh, regarding notice to vacate, repair, or demolish a substandard structure, as to that charge, how do you plead?
Um,
And you know what? What I forgot to do, Mr. Stewart, is tell you the choices. I'm sorry. So you're going
yeah.
to have three choices. You can plead guilty, not guilty, or no contest. A plea of guilty and a plea of no contest are basically the same thing, and that I will find you guilty, then go to the punishment portion of the case. Um, the difference between those two is that when you plead no contest, what you're telling the court is that you're not saying you did it, you're not saying you didn't do it, you're just not contesting the matter. Uh, but what you're also telling the court is that there's enough evidence before the court at this time to substantiate a finding of guilt. The other difference is that when you plead no contest, and if someone attempts to use that plea of no contest in a civil court to prove liability, a plea of no contest, uh, it will not be allowed in the civil court. A plea of guilty may be allowed. Those are the differences. You also
Okay.
have the ability to plead not guilty. If you plead not guilty, then your case will be set for trial. It's your choice whether it's in front of the judge or in front of the jury. Whichever you choose before there's a
Okay.
trial, there will be a pretrial. At that
Okay.
pretrial, there will be a prosecutor who represents the state of Texas. You will have an opportunity to speak with that prosecutor. And pretrials are done in this same format. It'll be on Zoom
Okay.
and you can speak to the prosecutor regarding your case, any defenses you may have, anything you may want to discuss with the prosecutor, because the prosecutor is the one who brings the case on behalf of the state of Texas. So
Okay.
he has the ability to do a number of things from negotiating to some type of plea bargain agreement to recommending dismissal of the case if he feels that it's warranted.
Okay.
Okay. If you're unable to resolve your case at that time, then the case will be set for trial.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
So thank you, Your Honor, for that information. So I will probably say not guilty, entering it at this time, and then move forward because there's some things that actually came up for at this particular property. So it's not bad, it's good, but the timing of it,
Sure. No, definitely. That way you can speak to the prosecutor about it and
yeah,
see if I can come to some type of resolution.
yeah,
Now, if
yeah,
you're
I'm sure.
unable to come to some type of resolution, do you want it in front of the judge or in front of the jury?
I went in front of the judge. I would feel comfortable with that. I'm pretty sure. I'm faithful that it will be resolved because of
Okay.
the new findings.
All right. That sounds good, Mr. Stewart. So if you can just make sure you call the municipal court when we're done here so they can
Okay.
make arrangements to get you the proper paperwork that you need to fill out. Okay.
Okay, Your Honor. Excuse me, Your Honor. Is that the number that's on the form ending in 4589?
That is correct.
Okay. All right. All
All
right.
right.
Thank you, Your Honor. I appreciate it
Any
much.
any other questions, Mr. Stewart?
No, no, no. I appreciate your time. Thank you
Yes,
so
sir.
much.
Thank you very much. You have a good day.
All right. You too.
I think that's the only one we had on here.
We should have had one more, but we didn't have him confirm. He didn't confirm with us.
Let me get off this YouTube.